the video in reaction to Week 8, the Raiders in Oakland. Boy, what a game. We pulled it off, man. I don't know how we did it off, but we wound up doing it. I'm just getting set up. Give me a second. Appreciate everybody for coming through. If you are new, go ahead, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. If you're already here, thanks for coming back. We are currently trending on Twitter as well. That's funny. Colts trending on Twitter. Get a second to set up. Make sure everything is all right. Make sure everything is all right. Looks like we're good. All right. So we went to Oakland today and wind up having almost a shootout against the Oakland Raiders. Camera blurry. All right. We almost had a shootout against the Oakland Raiders. Almost. But we led on to the second half, and Andrew Luck and the Colts did what they did best, was to go out there and get a W. And that's just all we needed. And Andrew Luck is having one heck of a season so far, man. He started off early struggling, but he happened to find a way with Coach Frank to get this offense going to flow along with the defense that has been so successful lately. And they've been doing their job, man. And I'm actually happy that the Oakland Raiders choked in the second half, and we happened to turn up and win this game because we definitely needed this win. We are now 3-5. We are 2-3 away. Um, and we are now third in the division. Yeah, we are now tied with Jacksonville for the third spot in the AFC South. But this is the trick to it. The Tennessee Titans are also 3-4, and us and Jacksonville are 3-5. So if we happen to win next week and Jacksonville loses again with Tennessee, we'll be second in the AFC South. We are coming for that number one spot, man. We are coming, bro. As I always said, not last year, but last week, the season is not over for the Colts, man. We still have a chance to win this division and to get to the playoffs, man. We still have a chance, bro. We still have a chance. Appreciate everybody for coming through for this quick little post stream here. So I'm going to go through the touchdown sequences of what happened in the game so far. If you did miss it, I'm pretty sure some of you didn't, but not only would I give you the facts, but NFL will be tweeting it on Twitter and YouTube as well. But Mo Alley Cox went up with the first one-hand Odell grab at the end. Caleb Smith, I put back on my fantasy team this week, but that was the smartest decision you did today, Caleb. But other than that, Mo Alley Cox caught this fire one-hand grab on a one-on-one coverage at the beginning of the game, bro. So Luck finds him on the 26-yard pass. He throws it up to the back of the end zone, and Mo Alley Cox just grabs it with the extension from the practice squad. Mo Alley caught the first touchdown for the Colts to get us a 7-0 lead in the first quarter, and then the GOAT Adam Vinatieri ties for most points in the career. Adam Vinatieri is tied now with that field goal that he hit today. So I'm pretty sure next game he's going to be the all-time. The GOAT Adam Vinatieri, shout out to him. He got the celebration today. Well, he already broke it this game actually. So shout out to him. Adam the GOAT definitely is appreciated. He did get the game ball from Coach Frank as well at the end of the game. After we went 10-0 in the first quarter, the second quarter, the Raiders started showing progress. So Seth Roberts was wide open on this pass from Derek Carr. They caught the defense sleeping. It was what he did was kind of like a shade. So he kind of fake blocked. So he showed a shade on fake blocking, and then he just went straight up the field. And there was only one safety back there. I don't know what that defensive call was. It was pretty retarded. But they wind up scoring on that. Appreciate the like button. So the score was 10-7 now. Oakland was coming on their way back. And then after that, Jared Cook was wide open on a 25-yard pass from Derek Carr again, which wound up giving them the lead 14-10. So at this point, I'm like, I'm starting to panic. So I was like, okay, so Oakland was not supposed to put up at least 21 against us today, and they wound up having 14 in the second quarter. They was stopping us on offense. We just couldn't get anything going. Um, as a matter of fact, Andrew Luck was 10 for 10 at one point at this in the first half. He was doing a great job. No turnovers the whole game though. Another thing, I want to shout out to the offensive line, man. The offensive line has not had Andrew Luck get sacked for what 3 games straight. This is 3 games. Andrew Luck has not been sacked. That is a big deal. So shout out to the offensive line on that notice. Other than that, Adam Vinatieri kicked another field goal, which made the score 13-14. Appreciate you guys for coming through. I know my camera is kind of trash, but work with me here. Work with me. Other than that, going into the second half, we were down. We were down 13-14. The Raiders were showing progress. They were clicking on offense, and in the second half, they came in clicking again. Their offense was just dotting our defense up, man. Our defense was playing a little shady this week, man. I don't know what's been going on. I don't know what happened in practice. Maybe we laid off. We were playing down to the competition that's not us, man. So we were definitely playing down to the offense of the Oakland Raiders, and Derek Carr wound up dotting us up all the way down the field, and then he wound up running in for a 1-yard touchdown, which gave them the 13-21 lead. This part was starting to get me frustrated because our defense was not showing up at all. We just couldn't do anything to stop the offense. So I found it weird. So later on into the third quarter, Andrew Luck found one of his go-to targets, Eric Ebron, for a 20-yard touchdown. So shout out to Eric Ebron. The dude averages a touchdown every game. We have the best tight end core in the NFL. You're hearing it from me first. We have the best tight end core in the NFL, bro. Nobody, you cannot. I would like to hear one of you guys name a better tight end core other than the Colts right now. I would like to hear it. I don't think there is one. We have the best tight end core. We have Jack Doyle and Eric Ebron, Mo Ali Cox. Who was the practice squad? We got the practice squad tight end core coming in, helping us out as well. We just have the best tight end core. Ebron and Doyle, the two Pro Bowls before. Mo Ali Cox comes in, he does his job. We just have the best tight end core. I don't think there's anyone better than ours as tight ends fully that can do it. That's other than us, man. So other than Ebron scoring the 2-point conversion we went for and actually converted, Andrew Luck threw a pass to Chester Rogers. He actually caught the ball, thank God. But Chester Rogers caught it, we made it 21-21. Then Oakland goes down the field with a minute left in the third, and Derek Carr throws a pass to Brandon LaFell. The score is now 28-21. It was a 6-yard pass. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, somebody save us, man. Just going into the fourth quarter, we're down. If we lose to Oakland, I've made this vow. I said, if we lose to Oakland, I am going to stop making videos. You can ask anyone. I don't really like this camera. It's really irritating me. But I said this on the podcast on Wednesday. If we lose this game, I'm not making any more YouTube videos about the Colts. And thank God that the Colts found the fourth quarter luck. Andrew Clutch Luck came in and saved my YouTube channel, man. They saved the day. Andrew Luck threw the ball off to Marlon Mack, who was feasting this game. Marlon Mack was feasting. He ran it in for a touchdown, 4 yards, and the score is now 28-28. Shutout on Oakland. We get the ball back. Jack Doyle baby hands actually caught the ball on 10-yard pass to Andrew Luck. He caught the ball on the sideline, and then he extended his arm into the end zone over the pylon. The score is now 35-28. So Oakland is starting to get out of it. The crowd's not enjoying it at all. And then at the end of the game, Marlon Mack runs the ball in for a 1-yard run, and the score is now 42-28. And no, we did not almost go into overtime, to the guy that was in the other chat trying to bash and slander the Colts after their victory against Oakland today. His team was, I believe, the Rams, but he didn't have any facts to back that up, but it's okay. But we went 21-0 in the fourth quarter. It was a big second half for the team. So shout out to the Colts, man. We did a great job coming back and winning this game, bro. It was clutch. That fumble that the Oakland had, Doug Martin fumbled, and Darius Leonard was the one who forced it, and Adams picked it up. Shout out to Darius Leonard right there. He had a quiet game this game, but he definitely showed up when it was needed, and he did the job, and we wound up getting the W. So shout out to him. So now we are 3-5. That's where we stand. We still have a chance of winning this division, bro. Texans is doing a great job, but not everything is promised every given Sunday, man. So I'm going to stick with my voucher. I said the Texans. I said the Titans was going to win the division. I was wrong about that. But I said the Titans. It's going to be us or the Texans. Then I said the Jaguars will be the last in the division. The Jaguars are currently last in the division, but it is a toss-up between us and the Titans. I feel like the Titans are going to lose more games, so it's going to be us and the Texans to make the playoffs. I'm going to stick that fork in, and I'm going to go ahead and keep that as a convincing promise. Luck was 22 for 31, 239 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, no sacks. QBR was 125. Derek Carr, on the other hand, was 21 for 28, 244, 3 touchdowns, no sacks at all either. But our running game was definitely a force to be reckoned with. Shout out to Marlon Mack. 25 carries, 132 yards. He has rushed over almost 300 yards in the last 2 games already. So shout out to him. He had 2 touchdowns this game. Naheem Hines definitely was elusive this game. The speedster, the fastest person out of the draft in the running back position. 11 carries, 78 yards, no touchdowns. He averaged 7 yards though, but that was pretty good. Jordan Wilkins was doing his brute thing, trucking through to get the easy yards for the first down. 2 carries and 14 yards. Those 2 were memorable and was needed this game. Shout out to the receiving core this game. Jack Doyle was leading our receiving core, 6 receptions, 70 yards, and 1 touchdown. Shout out for him coming back. He had averaged 11 yards per carry. So shout out to Jack Doyle, man. That dude was definitely needed to come back, man. Him coming back and the offense clicking was just everything I could dream for, man. But like I said, we can never have both things. If it's not our offense, it's our defense. If it's not our defense, it's our offense. So we can never have 2 to mesh together to make us a perfect team. So I don't know how that's going to work. But Dontrell Eman definitely had a good game as well. This was his coming out party. 6 receptions, 52 yards. His longest reception was 16 yards. He averaged 8 yards per carry. So shout out to him. Eric Ebron, he had a touchdown, 3 receptions. T.Y. Hilton was definitely on clamps today. He was not really having a good game, but he's still injured, so I'm not going to really put that on him. 1 reception and 34 yards. Mo Alley Cox, 1 reception, 26 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 hand Odell grab. Shout out to him, man. He definitely did his thing. The receiving core has 239 receiving total, 3 touchdowns. Shout out to them. Matthew Adams recovered that fumble that Darius Leonard has possessed upon Doug Martin. Doug Martin was doing his thing in the first half, so shout out to him. He did scare me with the missing action of Marshawn Lynch. He definitely was called upon, and people were trending on Twitter talking about Doug Martin's going to save the Raiders season and all this nonsense, and it was just a bunch of buffoonery because he fumbled at the end when they had a chance to come back and do something spectacular. He choked, so it is what it is. Darius Leonard, 9 tackles total, 4 solo tackles. I can't even speak, and he hit the quarterback once, but it was not a sack. So, other than that, the defense was pretty subpar because they made Oakland put up too many points. I had them on one of my FanDuel rosters, the defense for Indianapolis to show up and do something, but they didn't really do anything. So that was depressing to watch, and Vinatieri hit 2 field goals. Other than that, I did win some money because they did get that fumble. So shout out to them. Oakland is now 1-6, last in their division between the Chiefs, the Rams. No, that's not the Rams. The Chiefs, the Raiders, the Chargers, and the Broncos. They are now 1-6. Oakland, we are 3-5. We got some business to take care of. Colts ourselves. We got to go out and win the rest of these games, man. I really mean it. The Colts really have a chance of making the playoffs. It's still wide open in our division. We do play the Jaguars up next, which is going to be interesting. The Jaguars struggling on offense and defense. The defense is being subpar after the latest GQ magazine quotes from Jay Lorenzi, whatever he was talking about in the magazines about the quarterbacks. His team can't back him up, and Blake Bortles is being Blake Bortles. He's playing trash. So they got Cody Kessler to start. He's not even better. Shout out to the like. Thank you. So the Jaguars are trying to find their click of how they can win a game. It's not looking so good. They just lost to the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagle team, who was also struggling, but they found a way to dissect the Jaguars. So for the Colts on their schedule next week, we definitely have to do the same thing the Eagles have done with Coach Frank as our offensive coordinator and Marlon Mack being fully healthy and be able to compete. We can do the same thing that the rest of these teams have done against Blake Bortles. But the only problem that comes in is, will our defense show up? I feel like if Malik Hooker, our leader, comes back next week with the Darius Leonard and everyone, don't get me wrong, Gaithers and Mitchell, Gaithers and Mitchell both did their best today. But there have been plays when that backfield was wide open, and I feel like Malik Hooker baits and lurks the quarterback enough to not have that happen. But other than that being said, I feel like the next week against the Jaguars, our defense will definitely come back and be normal. Man, I'm not going to say it's going to be a blowout. I feel like it's going to be a close game. It might come down to a game with a field goal, like it has a few times against the Jaguars. Remember the one in when like a few years ago, maybe 2 years. The Jaguars kicked the game with a field goal from almost the logo. The Jaguars did that, and we wound up losing that game. It was pretty close, but Luck did not play. Um, Last time the Luck did play the Jaguars, we did win that game. Jalen Ramsey was a rookie, so that was the last time he's seen Andrew Luck. So this should be a good one, a division game. We haven't had one in a while. The last time we did, we lost to the Texans. At the end, it was pretty close. Other than that, after that, the Jaguars, we have the Titans. So this should be close. I do have us winning this game, a bar burner, but it is what it is. So we got to win this game. The division's still open. Our season is right there, bro. We can definitely win this game. We can definitely win this game. But other than that, that's all I got for you guys. Coach Talk. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for coming through. It's your boy, Coach Talk, signing out. Peace.